Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here to give you a RAW review and this RAW happened on December 2nd, 2013. Um, this RAW was kind of an average show. I didn't find it too entertaining. I thought it was kind of boring. That's why I didn't really say anything when I was making the live reaction. So, we get JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary. Um, and it kicks off with CM Punk coming out, and he kind of talks about like the authority, kind of like why, pretty much saying why the Shield did attack him, um, and I don't know, he talks about how he didn't want to get involved in this, and he did, and how he said like one little thing, and he got attacked by the Shield, and then Stephanie McMahon comes out and says that we're fine with open speeches. My family is completely fine with open speeches. Triple H is too good to get involved in stuff like that. And Kane kind of starts to say intelligent things because he's the director of operations, so he has to solve problems. So he says that the problem's solved and that he will and that the Shield did not attack. Triple H had nothing to do with the Shield's attack. And then CM Punk kind of challenges Kane to come down and fight him, but Kane doesn't go fight him. And then the Shield comes out. They go to attack Punk, and Punk has a chair in the ring, so he thinks that's going to try to fend him off himself. But Stephanie McMahon stops him, and Kane makes a 3-on-1 handicap match between CM Punk and the Shield at tables, ladders, chairs. So I guess that's fine. I don't know. It's pretty much. I don't think that match is gonna happen. I have a feeling it will be changed next week. Then we get Damien Sandow versus Dolph Ziggler. Winner becomes the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship, and we get the Intercontinental Champion Biggie Langston on commentary. I didn't really pay much attention to this match, but Sandow hits the phone house and slam for the win, and he's the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're planning on putting the Intercontinental Championship on Sandow, or if this is just like a thing for the WWE in a feud with. I kind of would like to see Damien Sandow hold the Intercontinental Championship, and maybe like build him up back to the World Championship status. I think that would be cool. Then we get the Bella Twins and Natalya versus AJ Lee, Tamina Snuka, and Summer Rae. This was pretty much a setup for AJ Lee to lose because all she did is skip around, and then when she got in the ring, Natalya just rolled her up for the win. So it just pretty much set up AJ Lee to lose that match. So that was stupid. Wade Barrett promo. They did like these bad news Barrett things, so they're gonna do them again on Raw. And he kind of like talks down on Oklahoma, and he says that like Oklahoma is, you guys must be stupid because you named like a state after city after your state or something like that. I don't remember. Maybe he said something like that. And then Randy Orton and Brad Maddox are backstage. Randy Orton apologizes for getting a little rough on Brad Maddox, but he's got to do what he's got to do. And he wants Brad Maddox to go talk the authority out of this match with John Cena. As you could tell, nothing really comes of this later, so I don't know why they did this. And then we get Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan with, I have in my notes with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper at ringside, because I thought I thought Bray Wyatt would be at ringside, but it was only Luke Harper at ringside. Eric Rowan's not a bad wrestler. He's just kind of I don't think he's as good as Luke Harper or Bray Wyatt. I think he's just kind of an average wrestler. Bryan gets the win with the roll-up. I thought that was fine. And then when he goes to leave, Bray Wyatt gets on the screen and says some weird things. I don't really remember what he said. And then Daniel Bryan's backstage, and he runs into Kane, and he says since he's broken up as a tag team, since that they've broken up as a tag team, he's taken on a more corporate role, and Daniel Bryan's just a wrestler now, so he makes a and his partner Punk is, and you tag team with Punk now, but he's going to be a little busy. So then he puts Bryan in a handicap match with the Wyatt family. Yeah, Bryan and Punk are pretty much set to lose at the pay-per-view. Then we get R-Truth and Xavier Woods versus Tons of Funk with the fucking Dactyls. Um, that was just a match. It was pretty much the same thing they did on SmackDown. Um, except when this time when Brodus Clay went to do the splash off the top rope, he missed, and Xavier Woods rolled him up for the win. So that was pointless. Sin Cara versus Alberto Del Rio. I thought this match was good actually. Sin Cara's back. He didn't botch too much, but I don't know. I'm not. Hopefully Sin Cara doesn't botch anymore, so he can at least become somewhat credible, because I don't think the WWE are using him to his potential. But Del Rio comes out and he kind of talks about like how he's gonna hurt Sin Cara for like jumping the border. He kind of said like a Zeb Coulter promo. That's what I got, but I didn't hear the whole promo because I was talking. But I thought this was fine. This was a good back and forth match between them. But Sin Cara gets the win with the Swanton Bomb. I'm kind of happy he won, because at least he came back and beat a former world champion. No. And then sounded like he came back and like beat a member of 3MB, or who else is jobber that's a heel? Fandango. He's not really a jobber actually. I guess it was JTG. There's one. If he's still around, but yeah, Sin Cara came back. He beat a former world champion. Maybe they'll use this as a feud now, or maybe they'll use like a Del Rio versus Sin Cara feud. That would be cool. John Cena interview. He talks about how it would be an honor to become the first undisputed WWE champion. The Shield's backstage, and I don't remember what they said, to be honest with you. It's all a blur to me. Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and CM Punk versus the Shield. This match actually was a pretty good match. Big Show gets speared on the outside. This is towards the end too. And then Cody Rhodes takes out Ambrose and Reigns. No, I think he only took out Reigns actually. Because then and then when Goldust went to do a move to Seth Rollins, Ambrose got on the apron, and Goldust superplexed him, and then Seth Rollins rolled him up for the win and got the victory. So I thought that was cool. It didn't bother me. CM Punk interview, he talks about his odds with the Shield, and then if he has to go down, he's taking the Shield down with him. Wade Barrett talks about another Bad News Barrett promo. He kind of trashes people on Thanksgiving, how they ate so much and then they became constipated. Then we get Curtis Axel and Ryback versus The Miz and Kofi Kingston. I'm not kidding. They actually did this match. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know if Miz is supposed to be a heel and be feuding with Kofi, or if Kofi's supposed to be a heel feuding with Miz, or if this is just a thing that they're both baby faces and they're just are obsessed with competition. I don't know what they're doing with this. But Ryback gets the win on Kofi when he hits the shell shock, and then Miz slaps Kofi afterwards. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. Los Matadors sell WWE.com merchandise. I think they were the worst persons I've seen doing that. Fandango with Summer Rae versus Mark Henry. Mark Henry wins with the World's Strongest Slam. Mark Henry's too good for that kind of stuff. The Primetime Players versus the Real Americans with Zeb Coulter at ringside. They kind of do some puking comedy that they did on SmackDown with Titus O'Neil. And they even told Cesaro not to swing him, but he does it anyways. And then Damien Young gets the hot tag, and Cesaro beats him after an uppercut, after a mid-head uppercut. So the Real Americans get the win. And then we get the John Cena Randy Orton contract signing. Randy Orton says that he's gonna be the true champion. Triple H picked him to beat John Cena because he's the main guy. John Cena says Randy Orton had all the tools, but he's not using his tools. He's had everything handed to him. John Cena's earned everything. They get into a brawl, and this brawl was pretty good actually. I didn't mind this brawl. Cena hits Orton with ladders. Orton does throw Cena into the post and then goes to put him through the announce table, but he got hit with the ladder. Cena hits him with a chair, hits him with the microphone, throws him into the stats, but then Orton goes to town on him with chair shots, and then he was gonna RKO him through a table, but Cena put him through another table and FU'd him through the other table, and then hold both championships in the air. Average show. Like, honestly, I think Raws the past 2 weeks have been pretty bad. I thought, I mean, they didn't really do anything with the Daniel Bryan being kidnapped. They didn't do anything with it. I thought he'd come out, be all disoriented, but they just had a match. They didn't do anything with it. And now the TLC, I think it looks pretty bad, to be honest with you. I mean, you have handicap matches on the show. Like, I understand the purpose of it, to make it look like unfair for Punk and Bryan, but you're pretty much setting them up to lose. And if they do win, that's gonna, like, they pretty much have to lose, because that's gonna make the stables look bad. I don't think it'll make the Shield look bad, but it's gonna make the Wyatt family look bad, because if they can't beat Daniel Bryan clean in a 3-on-1 match, then that's just sad. And it's actually kind of gonna make the Shield look bad. So it's like, I have a feeling they're gonna change this match to like a 12-man tag or something, like a tables match or something. There is no way that they're gonna do these handicap matches. They have to be changed. Like, to be honest with you, it's pretty much it makes the pay-per-view, it makes the match kind of predictable. I think that they should do different matches. And as for this, everything else was just eh. Sin Cara returning was kind of cool. I am a Sin Cara fan. It's just he botches so many times. How many chances is he gonna get? How many chances is he gonna get? Damien Sandow being the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. That shouldn't be too bad, actually. And now I think maybe when the world title's gone, the Intercontinental Championship will be like the World Heavyweight Championship. The 6-man tag between the Shield, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and Big Show was a good match. And the Sin Cara Del Rio match wasn't bad. R-Truth and Xavier Woods versus Thunder Funk. The only positive thing is I think Brodus Clay will turn heel, so I don't know, but I could be wrong. And every time the Total Diva cast are in a match, if they're teaming up, they're pretty much set to win the match. Like, it's like John Cena. Pretty much any time at the a Total Diva gas or tag teaming together, they pretty much winning. It's like John Cena right there. Curtis Axel and Ryback actually are a good tag team. Ryback is set to face Goldust on main event, so I wonder if they're setting up like a tag team championship match between them. But everything else, but it's still though, they faced Miz and Kofi, who Miz is supposed to be a heel, so I think everything else was just this week. It was awful. So Raw, average show, maybe even below average. I actually do like the fact that they're trying to make Wade Barrett, trying to bring Barrett back, and there's this Bad News Barrett. I wonder if they're just trying. I wonder if they're gonna have plans for Wade Barrett to put him back in the main event scene, and maybe they do, and they're trying to do these Bad News Barrett stuff first, so that way he can get some heat back behind him, so people will recognize him again because they haven't seen him in a while. Then they'll do something big with them. So I think that could be good, but as for, like I said, average show, and maybe even a little below average actually, because some of this stuff was just awful. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.